We are going to build a WhatsApp, how it works. So as you can see, we've got a WhatsApp agent here. Now we are going to execute all of it, and then it's going to open up a WhatsApp chat for me. And I'm going to ask it the question, what task are due today? And then I press enter, and it goes and it triggers, it goes into ChatGPT, OpenAI, and it gets connected and we get the output. The output is which tasks are due today: morning workout, call mom, groceries, and bring out the trash, with all of the status which is mentioned for them everywhere. And then we have also gotten, as you could see, mom notes, as you could see, suggestions, prioritize, competing, bringing out the trash since it's pending and urgent, then proceed with the other tasks to maintain project. So here you could see that we have gotten only not started and pending status, bring out the trash, all of this information is there. And all of this information has actually come out of Google Sheet. So they're mentioned inside the Google Sheet with all of these elements. Now we're going to go and we're going to start and trigger all of this automatically and build all of this from scratch. So I'm just going to go on add project, and now we're going to start. We're going to choose a node which is chat trigger. So initially I'm going to start with chat trigger node because WhatsApp node causes, in the end we're going to replace it, but initially I'm going to start with the chat trigger node because chat trigger node is just much easier to test with. That's how I test all of my WhatsApp agents that I'm building for customers, and this is also something that I'd recommend. So we have got this, and now this is a chat trigger node. I can write hi, and I receive a response, so this is working. Now this, I have to connect it with AI, and then connecting it with an AI agent. And inside this AI agent, I've got system prompt and I've got all of these prompts. And now I can select different models. So I'm going right now and I'm choosing OpenAI chat model. I'm connecting create new credentials. There's another video which I've created on how to find these credentials. And once you do that, how to get the access key. Once you do that, you have access to all of these different models that you could see. We've got GPT-5 mini, GPT-4 mini, all of these based on pricing. You can select which one do you like. For this, we go GPT-4.1 mini. We've got this model and we're just going to run a test. Hi. And then we just get a response. Hello, how can I help you today? This is the prompt that is coming from OpenAI, from AI agent. When we were prompting it, we were saying this is the response that it has to give. This is something that we could update, we could alter based on exactly how we want it to be. Now we are going to select memory. Memory is super important because we wanted to remember the session ID and to remember all of these chats. And inside this AI agent, as you saw, we've got prompt, we've got all of this information. Now we are going to go into memory. Yeah. For the tool calling, we can also select, we can select many different tools which are here. So right now, there are all these nodes which are available, and we're going to use one. We need to find the Google Sheet tool. Yeah, so we've got the Google Sheet tool. You could see we've got a lot of other Google operators. And right now you see that it is already connected to the credentials. And this is actually the Google Sheet that we want to use. This is the one which has all my tasks. So I'm going to copy this and we're going to put this inside by URL. So you have to give the document from where, because we're getting a row. So you have to specify exactly what kind of document this is. And we're just going to add the URL. You can also select a sheet. This is obviously inside the Google Sheet that we got. There are multiple different sheets in there. So it depends which one do you want to get. So now when we go here, we can save all of it. And then we can go as a next step and we can say, we can ask a question, what tasks are due today? And see how this runs. Enter. This runs all of it. It gets different rows. It executes this model. And then we get an output. These tasks are due today. Morning workout, call mom, and groceries, bring out the trash. All of this information is there. Would you like? Yeah. Now just cleaning this a bit. And then We can also add different tasks in it. We can perform many different actions here. This is the beauty of it. We can use to append anything to that Google Sheet, and we can also gather, just like you saw that we gathered all of this information from that sheet. And we can connect it to many different tools out there, as you see here in this example. We're gonna take a new sheet, Google Sheet tool. So we're gonna connect with a new sheet. We have all of these operations properly working. So we can say, rather than get, we can say append or update. So this is going to add to the existing sheet or the sheet that we select. So right now we can choose the same URL, or we can choose another one. For this example, we're just going to go with the same one so that it's cleaner. For this specific example. And then when it comes to sheet, we have only gotten one task sheet, which is there. And now we can set up different mapping here. We have different options. We can also set it up manually, or we could also just give it that it does it automatically. AI determines itself what kind of mapping it has to do. On the left side, as you saw, we've got many different inputs in output. So here we column to match on task. It's going to find it based on task. And then we've got due date, note, status, task. All of this information is there. Now we could just go about and we could just connect chat trigger node defined below. So here we're going to give the chat input. So this is the input that we are getting from the AI agent. Today is so we can properly format how we want the prompt to be. So it is taking the input which is coming from there, and today is it's adding the date. This is how it's going to look like, as we could see the proper result which is there. And right now we're going to save it. And we can reset this entire chat history. And after that, we are adding more information. What tasks are due today? And then we expect the response to come with the time. Exactly. It is running everything. And look at this. The task due today is adding the date, and it is us adding all of these tasks for us. And right now, when we go to check inside the sheet, is there something which is updated there? We could see, can you add a new task today to wash the car? So we're going to just take this and we're going to update it. We're going to see if this appends. So AI agent is smart enough to figure out which tool it should send all of this information to. And then look at this. I've added the new task, and let's see. Okay, bring out the trash, wash the car. So this was exactly the task that we told it to add, and it properly added it. Now, when we go inside the AI agent, we can properly format it exactly how we want it to be. We've already written on our side a prompt, but this is something that you could just update based on exactly how you want it. As you see, this is a prompt that I wrote. We already copied it and just pasting it there. So we're also going to share it in the description. You're a concise and efficient AI integrated assistant with Google Sheet. Your responsibilities are these: providing brief, accessing, interpreting. So this is all what we have defined for this video, so that the AI agent really knows what it has to properly do. So that's the good thing. You can specify exactly an AI agent just runs properly like its own brain, and then it sorts all of it properly out. Just like I mentioned, we initially started with open chat, but this is not something that we want to continue because we want it to be triggered from WhatsApp. Just for testing purposes, we were using the chat because it's easier. But at the end of the day, our goal is to set up a trigger, which is on message, because this is a WhatsApp chatbot. We're connecting to WhatsApp, and we've already got an authentication credentials. In my previous video, you could see, which is linked here right now, you could see how to add the client ID and the secrets and to connect it. It's most probably somewhere here. And once we have it, we can execute workflows. We can connect properly to that WhatsApp agent. And for example, right now, when I run it separately, what tasks are due today? So we know that with this, at least this is a WhatsApp agent. When we click on this or we check it, we know that it executed properly. This is the information that we got. What is the profile name? All of that information is there. And inside the body, we have what tasks are due today. And now we could just properly connect it with this AI agent. Here is the request from user. So yeah, this is inside the prompt just to show you exactly from the left side when we are getting the WhatsApp trigger. We can also use the message. Here's a request from the user. We could just put the body because body is something that we've gotten from the message that was from the WhatsApp trigger. So what is the request from the user? And we could just add it. So that this prompt exactly knows what was the thing that was inputted. And through this AI agent has complete idea on what text is written. Now, once we execute this step, okay, we're getting a problem here. We check it out. What is the problem? Oh, JSON session key, connected chat trigger node. We've got a problem here. So if you select define below, then we can specify exactly, and there we can add our own session ID. This is the unique ID that is there. So we want to keep a unique ID across all of it. That's why this solves it all. And now when we execute this step, let's see what the output is because it has the body right now and the task due today. So that's excellent because it figured out itself that we are asking what tasks are due today, and then it is outputting it properly. We can also continue further and we can further extend this whole workflow. We can also give a proper response because at the end of the day, we want the WhatsApp agent to give a response back. If we are asking any question, we want that already outputted back on the WhatsApp. So we're going to be sending. So that's why we've got send message. Credentials, you have to set it up. We already have a system, another video that I mentioned that you could use. And then we've got a test number. WhatsApp is amazing that they're giving us a test number for this specific thing. And for the session ID and recipient phone number, we need to provide this information. This ID has to come from contacts, and then it works because we want to reply back exactly on that number that came. So that's why we have to take it from the input. And when it comes to the output, this is the text output, which is generated by WhatsApp. You could already see that it is coming JSON.output. Now, when we execute this, we see that we have gotten the response, total task due today, all of this, morning workout, cold mom, groceries, bring out the trash, wash the car. So all of that information is then sent back because we've got a send message and there we are specifying that it has to send to the same number. And that is the reason why it comes back exactly on this number. We can also further, can you add a new task today? To bring out the trash. So that's the thing. So we're just gonna have to bring out the trash. We see if it goes and it's smart enough to go and append it properly. We're gonna execute this workflow. And then after that, we're gonna run this WhatsApp. And once we run it, it is going to execute. This whole automation is executing and it's going to the append node and then it's sending a message. The task bring out your trash for today has been added with the status pending. So that's amazing. It has added this status inside the Google Sheet, is properly figured out. Now when we go at the back, print out the trash, we see it's already in append, which is excellent. Take out trash back to the bags, to the curb. That is super amazing. So this is exactly how this whole automation works, like with a trigger, with the memory, with connecting with AI agent. So that's really powerful. If you want to learn a bit more about this, you can check out my school community, which is completely free. You can learn about AI agents and how to build an agency selling these AI agents, because at the end of the day, that's the most important thing, where we have to lead gen, get customers and sell it. And right now is the time when everybody wants it. So if you like it, check it out. In the description, I'm also going to share with you all information, all of what we discuss in this video. And if you're a business who wants to implement these things, just check out also the description and book up a meeting. Maybe we can help you out somewhere. And please like and subscribe. It helps with the algorithm for us. And we are trying to grow every day and we are posting videos every day and we want to grow really fast. So would really appreciate if you like and subscribe and share it with your friends. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.